All right, what's going on? Great Wednesday to you guys. Running with the runners. Y'all know what time it is. So, in case y'all don't know, all right, for those who just plugging in, we put up a new schedule and it's in the runners Facebook group every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay, we're putting out content, helping people understand what's going on because right now we're in a massive opportunity in the global economy. At the same time, we're dealing with a massive crisis. So we want to make sure that we're providing value, helping people get their mindset right about what's going on because there's a lot of information, and I mean a lot of things that are going on. And you have to have a proper perspective about it. You want to have some direction, and there are certain things that you want to be doing. You want to be doing these things on a consistent basis, and you want to have them at the front of your mind while this shift in things are taking over. So today is Wednesday, okay? And on Wednesdays, we're talking about wealth. And on Wednesdays, that could be dealing with, obviously, I got some exciting news dealing with XRP, okay? I'm going to cover that first, all right? So I got some exciting news dealing with XRP. I believe we touched on it on yesterday's show. If not, definitely go back and watch that. But we're going to be talking about XRP, definitely talking about gold and silver, and you guys understanding the critical role in this new financial system and why it's so important that you have physical silver and gold and hold it, not sell it, but hold it. Okay, it's very important that you do that. And of course, I'm going to talk about smart finance. If you guys don't know, we have partnered with a company that is helping people and has been helping people, okay, eliminate debt. I'm talking about restructuring. I'm talking about setting a budget. I'm talking about a real solid plan to actually eliminate your debt. And that's one of the critical things that you have to do right now. It's very important to reduce your debt expenses and your liabilities because of this reset, because of this collapse, because of this recession that we're going into with rising rates from the Federal Reserve, from this job market getting ready to implode, because we're going to see hundreds, and actually I might pull that up at the end of this show here, but there are literally hundreds of stores, if not thousands of stores, that'll be closing in 2023 and going into 2024. All right, major retailers that you shop at and buy at are literally closing hundreds of locations. Okay, so we're talking about just the economic situation for Main Street getting harder. And if you have debt, if you're straddled with debt, if you don't have a plan to get out of debt, then it's just a matter of time before you're going to end up liquidating and selling your assets. So we're going to talk about smart finance, okay, getting out of debt, also obviously improving your credit, making sure that any type of legal services or tax services you have going on, that you get those straightened out with smart finance as well. So I'll pull that up in a little bit. All right. So, but good Wednesday afternoon to you guys. So the first thing that I want to show you guys and talk about, okay, is dealing with XRP. And we saw this yesterday. I saw this actually 2 days ago, right? And let me see if I can pull it up here. And one of the reasons why I get excited about this, because we talk about this stuff all the time, and so many people are wondering, like, when is XRP really going to take off, and how many XRP tokens do I need, and is this hype, is this FUD, what is it? And when you have information like this, all right, where we're seeing that the Federal Reserve, okay, this is this article here, the Cryptomist. Okay, Cryptonomist unveils that XRP is used in FedNow. Okay, so a lot of people already know that FedNow services are being implemented for faster payments and things of that nature. But a lot of people speculated, but we did not know for sure. We did not know for sure if XRP was going to be used in that. And now we have confirmation. So that's huge. Why is that huge? Because for anything to be moved on that ledger, you have to have XRP. Okay, that is the gas fee. That's the payment. So we get excited when we hear about all these partnerships, all these institutions, all these central banks and governments that are going to be using XRP. Countries in certain areas that are taking XRP for gold, taking XRP for payment for goods and services, because that creates use case, that creates liquidity, that creates value. And so when you have, and you can see here, the Federal Reserve announcement, it emerged that XRP will be used to facilitate the blockchain part of the FedNow payment services. Okay. And if you guys remember, and we did this before, but we have the list of institutions that are using FedNow, and it's huge. Okay. Major banks that government entities, programs and institutions, they're using FedNow. Okay. So you can imagine now FedNow, part of XRP, you're using the XRP blockchain to facilitate their payment services. That's pretty big. And me, I'm a significant holder in XRP. I understand where the world is going. And if you didn't catch our live stream yesterday, I believe we talked about XRP and it being backed by gold, the possibilities of that, or not backed by gold, but what that means for it to be exchanged, for the value of gold, right? And a factor that confirms XRP's important position in the world of cryptocurrency and financial technologies. Okay, so obviously XRP's role in this new financial system is huge. Okay, it's huge. And so, we saw XRP's case from by the SEC, right? They beat the case. Very exciting news. They beat the SEC case, and not a security. Okay, and we saw the price go from like 47 cents to 50 cents, somewhere up to like, I don't know, 80 cents. I think it got up to maybe 80, 90 cents, and now we see it back down to about 50 cents, right? And a lot of people were like, thought that it was just going to take off and hit all-time highs from that, and understand that it will. But right now we are in this period where it's almost like everything is getting set up. Everything is still getting set up, and we're still dealing with the reset, and we're trying to see who moves first. What is that moment that takes place that really just takes everything off? Because understand something, folks, that once this happens, that's it. That's it. There is no going back. There is no, this, it goes and up and come down and up, and no, it's going to take off, because now we're in the new financial system. So it's a whole different playground. There's a whole different set of variables. There's a whole different set of obstacles and things that are going to take place. But this is why we talk about getting these assets now, getting these assets early, holding them, not selling them, not getting rid of them because you're finding yourself in, hard times. You're having financial hardship. This is the time to have and hold and lock down these assets. And when you look at XRP right now at 50 cents, okay, that's a steal right now. That's a steal. And so while I'm doing that, talking about XRP, let's just go over the market cap real quick. Let's look at the market, because we like to document the collapse. Like, we're like documenting what's going on in the crypto space, gold and silver, what's going on in these markets. And so we want to, when we look back at this, and we know that these videos will be looked back at time, our children will look at these videos and see the content that we was creating, the information that we were sharing during one of the most significant time periods in history. 10 years, 20 years from now, it's like, wow, we were so on point. We were letting the people know ahead of time who was listening. The runners was running. So we got, obviously, Bitcoin right now at 26,227, in the top 5, Ethereum, USDT. Let me say about USDT real quick, about Tether. I'm gonna give you some news about that. We're watching that very closely. Okay. The reason we're watching Tether very closely is because I think it was the CEO of Evergrande just got arrested in China. Okay. So in China, we have Evergrande. Evergrande is this major real estate bubble. It's collapsed. And there are a lot of banks that had exposure to that. And Tether was backed by a lot of assets or banks and things in China, a lot of securities. And so what we're seeing here is that there's a huge potential domino effect that could affect Tether big time. Okay. And so this is something that you want to pay attention to. Do your own due diligence, figure out what's going on and how much risk there is to you and what you're exposed to. But there is some major news coming out of China with Evergrande. I believe it's the CEO that got arrested. Okay. And that has these are ramifications that will affect markets, especially the crypto market, dealing with Tether. So we have, after Tether, we have the here we go. Pull this up. Yep, there we go. We got BNB, obviously, and then we got XRP, like I told you guys there. XRP at 50 cents. Okay, XRP at 50 cents at a market cap at about 26 billion. Hold on, was that no 26 or 100? Yep, yeah, about 26 billion. Okay, so 26 billion, that's small. I was like, wow, is that really 26 billion for XRP? Folks, understand something. This XRP, this market cap is going much higher. It's going much higher. So right now, some people are complaining, upset that the price hasn't taken off, and that's the wrong mindset. Okay, just know that you have and you're holding on to the right assets. All right. So the other thing that we like to check on anytime, because this is Wealth Wednesday. Okay. So we want to check on the things that are what's going on with money, right? So when you can't talk about wealth and don't talk about assets. Okay. So when we talk about assets, you want to talk about the movement of money. We want to look at, well, where is, okay, the assets? Where is the money being held? You know what I mean? Where are most people holding their wealth? Okay. And so we like to go to infinite market cap, over 16,000 assets that are ranked by market cap. All right. Where's the money? Well, obviously the money is number one is in gold. Okay. At over $12 trillion market cap. Okay. Gold sitting at $18.99 right now. We've been telling people for years to save in gold and silver. This already you're a part of the wealthy, okay? Because we're talking about assets. We're not talking about how much fiat pieces of paper you have, how many liabilities you're holding, how many units of debt, because that's all the dollar is. Unfortunately, a lot of people attribute wealth to dollars, and the dollar is not a unit of wealth. The dollar is fiat currency, okay? So there's a difference. Now, when you're holding on to gold, right, you actually have wealth because gold is an asset. Gold is real money, okay? So we've been telling people, hold on to gold, buy gold, save in gold, okay? Same thing with silver, and for years. But the masses of people, they don't have any physical gold. They don't have any physical silver. They don't even know the information I'm sharing with you right now. So don't take this for granted. This information is not widely known. It's not widely understood. And on top of that, it's not widely applied, right? So just for you to be able to understand what you're understanding right now and get the information, that makes you amongst a very select few. It's not a lot of people. Trust and believe. It's not at all. Okay. So these are strategic metals and assets. And of course, you have Apple, at number two. All right, at 2.6 trillion. I heard there's some big excitement about the new iPhone they're releasing out in Dubai, major lines and all that stuff. But I'm gonna tell you, folks, a lot of things to me are overvalued, especially in this market. It's not real. They've been propping up this stock market with cheap money. All right, since the pandemic, 0% interest rates, banks borrowing money at no cost and buying back their stocks and hypothecating the stock market values. And it's all rigged. It's not real. It's a house of cards. But nonetheless, we got Microsoft, Saudi Arabia, and Google coming at number 5. And then look at number 6, silver. Okay. Silver at number 6, $1.2 trillion market cap, $22.84. I mean, folks, you guys have no idea how big it is, how important it is that you save your money in physical silver. Physical silver is the most undervalued physical asset on the planet. Its demand is increasing in this technological advanced era that we're moving into with AI and robotics and solar panels and photography and satellites. I mean, and clothing and medical equipment. And understand something, there's not that much silver. We're actually running a deficit. Like the amount of silver we need versus the amount of silver that's being produced, there's a divergence there. We don't have enough. The supply is greater than demand. And now you have silver's role returning back to money. Okay. So on Wealth Wednesdays, one of the key components to your financial wealth strategy should be having something physical, some physical silver and gold. Okay. So that's where the money is. This is not just like me saying it. This is literally where the wealth is, where the money is. This is what we're showing you. Okay. So you have Amazon, of course, and NVIDIA. I know a lot of people made big money on NVIDIA. Berkshire Hathaway, Meta, Tesla. Then you have Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin sitting at number 13, okay, at a $500 billion market cap. And understand something about Bitcoin, folks. Don't sleep on Bitcoin, because we have Michael Saylor And I believe we talked about that as well, but they just added a significant, I mean, huge amount of Bitcoin to their portfolio. Okay. So investment banks and institutions are betting big on Bitcoin. Okay. A lot of people are moving stuff behind the scenes, getting in position because they know at some point we're going to have a divergence. At some point, the switch is really going to be flipped and this market is going to take off. But once again, there are some dynamics that we are facing presently that need to be better understood or see what direction they're going in. One is obviously war. One is obviously this possible recession and crash that we're dealing with in the economy and what that looks like. So there's capital. Understand that there's capital sitting on the sidelines. There's money waiting to be deployed. There is wealth ready to be moved. Okay. But the economy and the people are waiting for and looking for certain developments to take place. But this is an opportunity for us because it gives us time. And time for us right now is a good thing, okay? Because a lot of people don't got their financial house in order. A lot of people had to sell some assets. A lot of people are just trying to get back right, okay? So time is a good thing. So don't necessarily rush this wealth transfer because a lot of people ask me, well, when is Bitcoin going to hit 1 million? When is XRP going to take off? When is gold and silver going to take off? And I immediately ask them, well, if it took off today, do you have enough? And they tell me no. So I'm like, why are you sitting here worried about when is cryptocurrency going to take off? When am I going to be a millionaire? No, the question is, are you ready? Are you ready for the wealth transfer? Do you have enough XRP? Do you have enough XLM? Do you have enough silver and gold? And if your answer is no, you don't need to worry about when that happens. You need to make sure that you are accumulating enough of these assets and holding on to them, okay, when the wealth transfer does happen. So that's a critical component, okay? And so one other thing I'm gonna share with you guys, because we always, it's one of the things about wealth, okay, is it comes down to mindset, okay? It really comes down to mindset, all right? Because you're wealthy right now. Literally, you watching this stream, the type of people that you follow that's spreading a wealth of information, that's providing a wealth of knowledge. Okay, these people and people like myself, we are wealthy first in mindset, and then everything follows. And literally, that's just life in general. Your mindset, what you think, what you feel, the actions you take, that is a result of your life and your lifestyle. So you first have to develop and have a wealthy mindset. That's why I have certain books with me. You see on my bookshelf, The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale. I mean, it just starts there. We're not talking about wishful thinking. We're talking about having the right mindset and then applying it, right? So when I sit here and say, get gold and silver, I don't have two 100 bar bricks sitting there, for no reason. I don't have, ounces of silver just lying around and gold just lying around for no reason, because we are applying this information that we know. And it's not no get rich quick scheme. We're talking about wealth is legacy. Wealth is long-term. Wealth is generational. Right. So when we're talking about building wealth, we're talking about building wealth for our children's children, right? Legacy. All right. So it's a mindset. All right. And the reason I had to touch on that really quickly, because if you don't have the right mindset, it's just a matter of time before you're going to sell your assets. And you did not acquire assets to sell them. You acquired assets to leverage them. You acquired assets to build wealth in them. All right. And that's a process, that is a journey. It is not a sprint. It is something that is done over time. Okay. Anybody who's successful, who's made a lot of money, they'll tell you there's no quick way to getting wealthy. You'll get just as broke just as quickly. So the other thing I want to pull up here, once again, in regards to mindset, all right, what helps the mindset of building wealth is having confirmation and verification of what it is that the wealthy hold to preserve their wealth. I've showed this before, but we have new members in the community. The community is growing, and sometimes you forget, right? But understand something, that there is a mindset and there is an application that wealthy people do during times of crisis and just in general to build wealth. So here we have an Inc. magazine. I pulled this up countless times before, but these are 5 assets wealthy people use to preserve their wealth, okay? And this is why I remember one of my favorite sayings is that if you did not come from a wealthy family, this is the opportunity to make sure that a wealthy family comes from you. This information, our parents or our grandparents wasn't privy to. They didn't know, so they couldn't apply. You know what I'm saying? But we are privy to this information. We know, and we have access to these assets and this information. So there's no reason why wealth shouldn't come from us. But after the financial crisis of 2008, many high net worth individuals started seeking alternative investments. Understand something, what they mean by that: risk off investments, okay? Out of the stock market, out of these speculative dollar denominated financial instruments that will collapse, right? And remember, 2008, everything went down except gold and silver, right? But everything went down. So as ways to protect from their losses, okay, from their losses. So this is how you protect from your losses and build wealth. So one of them, obviously, is exclusive real estate, okay? Exclusive real estate, and we're talking about multi-million dollar property, commercial properties. We ain't talking about your little single family home, right? But this is exclusive real estate. Is one of those major things. Now, most people can't really get into that per se. Now, what I will say is that with blockchain, it's looking very exciting because being able to tokenize real estate and commercial properties and where that's going, that looks like a big marketing opportunity for people to get into real estate. We're talking about the tokenization of assets and real estate as well. So we might see something there big coming up. But we also have fine art. Okay, fine art. All right, people know about fine art, Picasso's. This is why we've also talked about numismatic coins a lot as well, because numismatic coins are fine art, except they're on gold and silver. And as you can see, rare coins as well, which falls in line with that. In addition to, you know, rare art paintings and collectibles and things of that nature, numismatics, certain numismatic coins will have that long-term value and collectability. And so we definitely talk about saving your money in not only just gold and silver, but art and rare coins, which is numismatics. We have gold, of course. Once again, what I told you, the number one asset, okay, over $12 trillion into this market, into this commodity. And you want to have gold, you want to have exposure to gold. And not just, you know, some people ask me, well, what if I have an ETF or paper gold or something of that nature? And I immediately say, no, no, no. You don't want to have paper gold. You don't want to have certificates and things of that nature. You want to have real physical gold. Why? Because there's not that much out of it out there. And more than likely, the certificate that you have, they gave 100 people that certificate, and you all think you own claim to that same 1 ounce of gold. So you can't trust the market. The only thing you can trust is what you hold and what you have in your physical hands. And then the last one is usable precious metals. Okay. So once again, we're talking about precious metals, commodities, you know, gold, silver. All right. So these are the assets that the wealthy are holding. Okay. And that the wealthy use to preserve their wealth. And understand something, right now we are in really, literally the worst ever economic crisis that the world has ever seen. Okay. I know that it's being maintained maybe for some people, but understand something, that we are in the worst financial crisis the world has ever seen right now. We are in it right now. Okay. And eventually they will not be able to hide it anymore. You're really going to start to see some major cracks, some major breaks in the system. And you're probably going to see some riots, some protests. They're doing some stuff here behind the scenes, folks. And I'm telling you right now, closing out 2023 and going into 2024 is going to be very volatile. Okay, it's a very volatile market. There's a lot of major dynamics. You know, it's almost, they say, the last straw that broke the camel's back, right? We're literally at that last straw moment. Okay, I mean, just, you know, and they say the weakest link in the chain. There's so many weak links in this global economy, in this chain that's holding up this system. Okay, there's so many weak links. At any time, one of them could just break, and that's it. It's a house of cards. This is Jenga. You know, it's like one little block, because you got to move something. You know, you got a time frame. Certain things have to move. One little block, and the whole thing is coming down. So that's what we're in right now. So the tower is shaking in this little Jenga, little house of cards that we got going on. And understand something, it's just a matter of time before it tilts. Okay. And when it tilts, it's going to go over. And it's not going to be just like that. It's going to go over, and you're going to watch it in real time, in slow motion, collapse to the ground. But those of us who've been holding on to assets, those of us who've been building wealth in certain cryptocurrency projects, we're going to be good. We're going to be all right. Okay. Because we know that we're holding on to the assets that the world need to be able to conduct trade and commerce. And that's why when I show here, I want to show you this. as well in regards to, let me see if I can pull it up, because a lot of times I just need to know, I just need to verify what I already know, and I need institutions to solidify that. So let me pull this up so I can show you guys here tier one asset, right? Because when we talk about the banks, I guys want you to understand something. And I pulled this up before, okay? But understand something, that the Bank of International Settlements, okay, which is the BIS. The BIS is the central bank for central banks, okay? So they're the top. It doesn't get any bigger. They're the ones who set the rules. They're the one who set, the standards. They set the, the order, right? And the Bank of International Settlements, they have something called Basel III and Basel IV, right? But Basel III essentially, defined their capital requirements. So right now we had, in the crises, banks didn't have assets on books. They had none but liabilities. Okay, they did fractional reserve lending. They were loaning out 100% of the money that they had, that people deposited, through fractional reserve lending. They didn't even reserve. It used to be 10%. It used to be you put your money in the bank, they had to reserve 10% of it. They loaned out the rest. Now they loan out 100%. But now that's changing. Okay, the capital requirements are being changed to where now they have to have a certain amount of gold. Okay, they have a certain amount of gold, and so those tier one assets have changed for banks. Okay, so what we're seeing here is a recapitalization of these institutions, and is with gold and tier one asset gold. By the way, too, which most people don't know. I'm gonna play this short video just to kind of help people understand that what this is. But a tier one asset is accepted 100% for value. It has zero risk associated to it. So if you want to know where can I put my money, and the banks are saying that there is no risk associated to it, and it's accepted 100% for value, that's gold, folks. That's gold. And so once again, if you did not catch that live stream we did yesterday, talking about gold and XRP, okay, you're definitely going to want to do that. But we can check out this short little definition of the capital requirements and just help people understand the role. And I'll talk about the role of gold with it. I don't even know. Can y'all hear? Let me see something. Okay. Let me know. I don't know if I have some audio.
Tier 1 capital refers to the core capital a bank must maintain in relation to its assets. A bank's Tier 1 capital is comprised of the bank's common stock and its retained earnings, which are called disclosed reserves. Tier 1 capital is a concept introduced in the accords published by the Basel Committee on Banking Supervision. These accords require banks to retain a certain level of capital as protection against unexpected losses on their loans. Banks are already protected from losses due to customer defaults or renegotiated loan rates by regulatory required loan loss reserves. Tier 1 capital is used in the calculation of the Tier 1 capital ratio, which is used to rate a financial institution's capital adequacy.
So the banks got to protect themselves from losses. I don't know if y'all heard it. I hope you guys heard it, right? But the banks got to protect themselves from losses. They have to have a certain capital to back and protect them from losses that they'll take on the market. And those assets that they have to have is now gold. Gold is that tier one asset. So this is why we've been sharing for years that central banks have been buying gold and buying more gold than they ever have in any time period in history. Okay, this is a massive gold buying spree that is being taken by central banks. And it's because they have to have this real asset money to back and support their bank and from collapse, right? So if this is, I say all the time, do as they do, don't do as they say. You see, the banks want to protect themselves from losses by having gold. When you go to the bank, they don't offer you the ability to get gold to protect yourself from inflation or protect yourself from losses. No, they want you to put their money into their bank, okay? So they can take your money and loan it out and risk, right? But they're buying gold and they're holding and storing gold, central banks, to protect and hedge themselves from their losses, right? And so that's why we're saying do as they do, don't do as they say. You want to make sure that you are saving your money and holding physical silver and gold. Okay. And so the last thing I want to cover, all right, the last thing I want to cover today, which we covered a lot, really, if you really understand what we talked about, we're talking about XRP and ISO tokens. Okay. XRP being used in the FedNow payment system, and you obviously wanted to have and hold some XRP, non-custodial wallet, decentralized wallet. Its use case in the institutions and banks and governments around the world is critical. So it's very important that you hold on to these assets. We talked about obviously the market right now. Where is the money? All right, silver and gold. Okay, certain cryptocurrencies and certain things you might want to look out for in the cryptocurrency space in regards to like Tether and what's going on with China and Evergrande. And of course, there's a lot of other dynamics going on as well. I mean, literally, we could be in a hot war with Russia very soon. There's a lot of stuff going on the political side as well with the deep state. I'm hearing that just came out, and I might say this for tomorrow, maybe in our private Zoom that we're doing tomorrow is Trading Thursdays, but it's a trading and training that we do on Thursdays on Zoom. Okay, but I might share some things there because I'm seeing that the corruption in the White House, and they have some more data and some more evidence of of China, okay, buying off Joe Biden and some of these things that are, and how this can affect this election and the market. But the last thing I want to go over, all right, on this Wealthy Wednesday afternoon is smart finance. Okay, smart finance. We've been talking a lot about this lately because this is literally, I think everybody. I'm gonna just tell you right now, it's $60. Okay, $60 a month for you to be able to have a team. So I don't know if you have a team right now. I mean, I really want you to ask yourself, do I have a team that is helping me with my credit, my taxes, my debt, okay, legal services? Do I have a team working for me? And the question is, and if you don't have a team working for you in this area, the question is, why not? Because now it's more affordable than ever. You can have a team working for you for $60 a month, no contract. And this team is using state-of-the-art technology, AI, automation, okay? Massive success rate in helping people get their credit straight. Massive success rate, okay, in helping people get their taxes straight, right? And being able to get more money on their check. There's a lot of people right now who are working a job. And if you have not adjusted your W-2s right now, you're missing out on money. A simple adjustment on your W-4 form for your job, okay, can actually bring back hundreds of dollars, okay, to in your pocket for you to be able to, meet those expenses or make those investments or save that money. Okay. So there's a lot of information and a lot of things that have changed, okay, in the regulatory structure and out here we're dealing with taxes and things. And if you don't have a team that's keeping you up to date with that, you missing out. You don't know what you don't know. And everybody needs somebody. All right. And so we got a team here. We're dealing with smart finance. This team, $60 a month. We're talking about professionals in the credit industry using AI, helping you enhance and improve your credit score, get rid of bad things on your credit score, everything that you need to get done dealing with credit, $60 a month. Included, it is $60 a month, no contract. Tax Pro, okay? There's a lot of tax benefits and changes to the tax code and things that you aren't aware about that they can help you with getting you more money back. Tax Pro is there, $60 a month, all included. Health Pro, from what I understand, phenomenal healthcare service, okay? Massive success stories, and we're going to be talking more about Health Pro, but that's also included. Then we have Debt Pro, like I talked about, debt restructuring, debt elimination, budgeting. We're talking about state-of-the-art stuff. We're talking about using AI. This next level. This is not your little mom and pop, team, that's put together here. We're talking about, this is the major leagues when we're talking about getting your finances straight. And of course, Save Pro as well, because everybody needs to save money, all right, where they're spending money. So Smart finance is huge. Okay, like I said, we have a whole team dedicated to helping you monitor, restore, build your credit and things of this nature. So much success and resources. You're getting it at a discount. I've never seen services like this for $60 a month. I've seen individuals do one thing, like you have somebody who just does credit, and then they'll have a price for that, and all you're getting is credit, right? You'll have somebody who does taxes, right? And they'll charge you just for that, but that's all you're getting is taxes, right? But here you're getting all of it. You're getting the credit done, okay? You're getting the taxes done, all right? You're getting the health care, right? So they're showing you access to affordable health care, right? Options, right? With the HMO account, all right? And all the benefits there. Something you might need to consider because plans change. Opportunities change in these markets, and you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of the best option that's available to you today. Debt Pro, okay? Designed to help people quickly eliminate their debt, save thousands of dollars in interest, and build wealth without having to refinance or change your current lifestyle. So, Wealthy Wednesday, that's what we're talking about. But one of the parts about building wealth is eliminating your debt, okay? Because the debt will eat at your wealth. If you don't have multiple streams of income, if you're sitting on debt, it's just a matter of time before you're going to have to liquidate your wealth, liquidate your assets to pay off the debt, right? So we don't want that. So we want to show you how to quickly eliminate that debt. All of that, once again, using AI software, automation, folks, is very simple, very successful. And of course, Save Pro, we have a way for you to get unlimited discounts, unlimited use on discounts, over 700 world-class brands. We're spending money every single day at places. If we can go to those same places but spend less, I think most people want to take advantage of that, if not all. So that's also included in there. All right. So once again, Smart Finance. All right. It says $49.99. That's also if you want to take advantage of the other benefits that I didn't talk about, okay, that come along with this company. All right. But Smart Finance, $60 a month. You can get it for $50. If you want to know, get more information, ask me how. Okay, but $60 a month, my mind was blown. I think this is a great value for the community, for them to have access to all those resources, have a team working for them. If you don't have a team working for you, why not? I just told you it was $60, no contract. Try it out, okay? Pay the $60, talk to the credit team, upload the information, see what they present back to you. Talk to the debt team, upload the information, try it out. See what plan they provide for you. See if it's actually worth it. But for $60, to me, that's a no-brainer. I don't know about y'all, but I think everybody should take advantage of that Smart Finance. So this is what it's about, man. We're on this 90-day run. Okay. We're on this 90-day run to wealth and, freedom and opportunity, and making sure that people know, what's going on in the world, in the economy. The schedule might change. We put this together a couple days ago. It says 12 noon on most of them, but in between 12 and 1 o'clock is the start time, okay? Because we know most people might not catch the afternoon show. We normally do evening shows, and that's where most people are, able to watch. But a lot of people are during the day, they're doing stuff. A lot of people are at work during the day. We might catch you on a lunch break. But on the lunch break, people focused on eating and maybe doing some other things they're not able to do. But we want to make sure that we at least get the content out. You know what I mean? So you can come back and watch it at your leisure, okay, whenever you have time. So you can always catch the replays. So these shows are going to be on Monday through Friday on Facebook and YouTube, anytime between 12 and 1 generally. Fridays, though, look out for Fridays, folks. I'm telling you right now. Fridays is more opened up to more perspective on different areas of human activity. And we're definitely going to be talking politics. We're definitely going to be talking war. We're definitely going to be talking health. We're just going to be talking about a lot of things that we go deeper in on our perspectives that we talk about, but that we normally don't share on social media. So we're going to be doing that, especially on Rumble. I don't know if you guys are on Rumble or not, but get on Rumble, okay? Get on Rumble. Go ahead and download the app, create an account, get on Rumble. Not just for us, but the freedom movement is on Rumble. Like, freedom of speech is moving somewhere, and it's moving towards platforms like Rumble. Okay. So that's what it comes down to. So we're going to be tomorrow, like I mentioned, which tomorrow's Thursday. We're doing trading and training. So we got some exciting news dealing with that, and some information that we're going to share. So make sure that you guys share this out. Make sure you guys like this, because this is the time, and I just get excited that we're able to do this, document it, and actually apply it and build wealth in the process. So with that being said, I want to catch you guys tomorrow. For those who running with us on a private Zoom, okay, for the trading and training session. If you don't have the link for that, reach out. We'll get you the link. Of course, you guys see at the bottom of the screen here, it says get inside the app. All right, runwithrick.com. Get inside the Runners app. We're putting more information, putting out more alerts. There's always opportunity, and some major events going to be happening, especially in October. I really think October is going to be a phenomenal month, folks. I think there's a lot of things that are going to go down in October. A lot of bad things, but I also think that there's going to be a lot of good things and a lot of good, exciting news as well that's going to be going down in October. So make sure you stay plugged in and share this information out. And with that being said, I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow, and of course Friday. Friday is gonna be fun. But with that being said, lace up. Let's get wealthy. We out. Peace.